This is Baki ASMR back again. I'm so sorry about my absence. I don't really know what to say. I'm just life is kind of taking me by storm. School is really challenging, but it's okay. My life is just school and boxing, and then back home, and that's okay. Um, but I've been wanting to make a comeback to this channel for so long, and I don't even really have the time now, but I want to regardless. And so, that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna fix the camera real quick. I think that's much better. Okay, so I thought a good comeback video would be a little haul, I think, of some comic books and some hockey cards, and then a really cool Lego right here that I got fairly recently at a comic book shop. And actually, all the cards and the comics came from the same place, and I got this on. I got it on a TikTok shop, embarrassingly enough, because it's a mock, and you'll see why. If you know anything about Lego, you'll know it's pretty cool. I'm excited to show that. But first things first, I think we should light a candle because this is the comeback of Baki ASMR. I'm gonna be doing my best to be consistent, maybe a couple a week if I can manage it. Like this week I have 3 exams, last week I had 2, next week I have 2 presentations. It just, you don't want to hear about that, but it's been loading on, and I've been trying to box and have a life of my own, but anyway, this is about ASMR. So tonight, we're gonna look at some comic books and some hockey cards, and that is it. So, brush your teeth, put some PJs on, and I think let's just get into it. I'm gonna light a candle really quick because that sounds kind of cool. I got this at Target a couple weeks ago. Hope that wasn't too loud. It is, I don't really know what it is. It is green oak and moss, the notes of orange and evergreen. Now the orange I don't love, but I really like the oak and the evergreen. That's like the perfect candle to me. So, shout out Target. Now, I'm probably gonna burn my hand doing this because I've never done this on camera, so. Ow. Oh my goodness, first try. Oh my, that's not focused at all. I'm so sorry. That was probably so bright. Okay. Oh, look at that. It's like a little lighting for us. Oh, this is cool. Okay. So I'm gonna clear this. Get everything set up for us. So just give me a sec. Also, ahead of time, I'm so sorry if there's any background noise. I'm currently at college in Southern California, and if you live here, you know this is the loudest place on the planet Earth. There's so many cars and bikes and trucks, and I have 2 roommates who I kicked them out so I could do this. They don't know what I'm doing. Well, one of them does. So if they're loud, I'm gonna try and do my best to cut it out in the post edit. But again, I'm so sorry if there's any random, bouts of silence. But I just have to. I can hear cars outside right now, so I hope you cannot. Anyway, I thought we'll do the quick stuff. So nobody knows this, but I'm a hockey player. I'm a hockey goalie, actually. I've played since I was in first grade, and I have a lot of hockey cards at home, back in my hometown, and not here at college because I don't know why. But anyway, I was at this comic book shop and I saw these and I thought they're about $1 each. I was like, that's so cool. So I'm a big Detroit Red Wings fan. Shout out Red Wings, the rebuild is happening. This is Chris Osgood. I think he's one of the best goalies. He's up in there and the best of all time. Yeah. So it's pretty young for him. He was in the NHL a long time ago, but he was a fantastic goaltender. And I won't take too much time, but I'm a goalie as well, so I had to get it. Then these 2 are kind of there are two Wayne Gretzky cards, and hope you can see. Yeah, one of them is one of them is the New York Rangers, and the other's when he played for the Edmonton Oilers. And this card is super interesting. I hope you can see it. Is that better? I don't know. I don't know. So it's a playoff records card, and it says most points in a final series, 13. It's the Gretzky's collection, by Upper Deck. I think it's pretty cool. It talks about who has the most below him is Gordie Howe, Detroit in 1955. 7 games versus Montreal where he scored 5 goals and had 7 assists. Tied for third is the light's messing with me. Yvon Cornelier, Montreal in 1973 scored 6 games versus the Chicago Blackhawks. 6 goals and 6 assists, but this is about the man himself, Gordie Howe, the greatest hockey player ever. And then this one, oh, I cannot pick it up. It's when he played for the New York Rangers. It's funny playing against Edmonton. In this card, he plays for Edmonton. It's pretty cool. Let's see. You crash the game card back from Upper Deck. Wow, that's a lot of writing. I'm not gonna. Oh, it's rules. Interesting. Yeah, I don't want to get those out of the way because I don't know if there's any hockey fans on here, but if there is, comment who you think is winning the cup this year. I don't want to say my opinion, that might upset some people. Obviously not the Red Wings, you know why. But, yeah, I just thought these were super cool, and I thought they'd be fun to talk about. So, on to the next, the comic books. I'm going to go one by one. So, yep. Up first is Deathstroke versus Batman. The Lie That Changes Everything, Part 1. Now, I'm a big DC fan. I like it a lot more than Marvel. And nothing against Marvel, but I'm a DC guy. And these two are my favorite characters in DC. And actually, hold on, let me put her on camera. So, if you saw my last video, you'll know. If you didn't miss anything. Let's be honest here. But I decided to put my face in the camera, but not yet. So I did this. Oh, please don't catch on fire. I wore this. It is a fairly custom Deathstroke mask made by God of Props with the reflective eye. Now look at the inside. It's, as you can see, it's incredibly comfortable. But anyway, point is, I think it's pretty cool. So, I was in the comic book shop, but I didn't really know. Well, I went in there looking for Invincible comics because I just finished it and I thought it was the greatest thing I've ever seen. Call me your favorite Invincible character. And I couldn't find it. So I was like, I came here, I'm gonna get something anyway. This is the first Batman comic I found. I was like, yep, that's it. It's part 1 too, so I'm gonna buy the rest when I can find them. When I have money. I got no money, to be honest here. I have no money. Beside the point. So, 2 of my favorite comic book characters, 2 of my favorite DC characters. And I knew they had a series together. I never found it, I never read it. And I read part 1, I thought it was cool. It was very short, very simple, but I thought it was pretty cool, and I think it sets up a great story because it talks about Damian Wayne. He's the Lie, and Talia al Ghul in the League of Assassins. Since we got 4 to go through, I think let's get to the next one. So, yeah, I'll just do that on camera real quick. Okay, and I'm gonna leave these 2 for last actually. So the second one I got was because I wanted to also start the series. It is DC Universe Rebirth, Red Hood, and the Outlaws, issue 1. Now I haven't read it yet, unfortunately. I just got it recently, but I love Red Hood, and I've read I've seen some of the Outlaws before, but never this group, actually, which makes me feel like a bit of a fake fan. But, I mean, I don't want to sound like a fake fan, so I'm not gonna try and name these characters, but I don't know them very well. But I'm a big Red Hood fan. I love Jason Todd. I think he's not my favorite Robin, but he's up there on my favorite DC character list. But I love Red Hood. I loved Batman Arkham Knight. I've played it like 4 times. I think the development of Jason Todd is some of the best character development ever, ever. I love that. I love that arc of people, like Anakin, Aaron, the fallen angel. I think it's amazing. And I haven't read it yet, but I like the established Jason Todd. He's not afraid to, he's not afraid to kill. I don't know enough about comics, unfortunately, to know if that changes, with Batman in his life, since it becomes kind of part of the Bat family. But I thought this would be really cool to start reading and find out it was, didn't break the bank for it, but, I thought it was really cool, and I love the artwork, the Rebirth artwork. A lot of people, I've heard, it's 50-50. I don't mind it. I think it's kind of cool. I think it emphasizes the right things. I think it's super fun. Like, it's super colorful and awesome. I thought it would be a fun read. There's not much I can say about it. Unfortunately, I don't know enough, but I will. I will know enough one day. And if you know where to find Invincible comics, leave a comment, because I'll probably love you forever, because I want to find them so bad. Okay. Now, these two are unique because I don't know what they're about. I haven't read them yet. I thought they looked awesome. So here's number one. I'm gonna have to set it down because the light is the coolest cover work ever. Can you see that? I mean, that is badass. It's the DC Detective Comics 1058. Oh, I'm so sorry. Tamaki, Rosenberg, Noah Penn, Polanco, and Belair. Now, I haven't gotten into it yet because I just haven't at the time, but that is the coolest cover ever. Like, that is so awesome. That just perfectly encapsulates, like, the Ben Affleck Batman, the dark, like, aggressive Batman. There's a bullet hole, there's the scar on his nose. I think it's so cool. And I wish to God I could talk about it more, but I don't know the first thing about this issue, and I'm so sorry to if you know this. I'm sorry. I will one day. Probably next week, let's be honest. It's a comic. But I thought it looked so cool, and even if I never read it, which I will, it is just, imagine, this as like a decoration. Just to look at that is so cool. And that was the deal with the second, or the fourth comic I bought. I haven't gotten into it yet. I've only read Deathstroke vs. Batman, but this looked so cool. I mean, come on. Batman 124. It says nothing else about it, neither of them. But I love that. So it's the kind of, old school blue and yellow Batman style, which I'm not gonna lie, it's not my favorite, but it looks like they clearly did him in the current Batman, after the New 52. Where he revamped as, the Batman we know today, or not the New 52. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. It was an issue way, way, way back when, where they, retold the story of Batman and made him from that colorful, happy Batman to the Batman we got today, which I love. But I don't love the blue and yellow costume. I'm a big fan of the black. I like the DC Animated Universe costume. And I think Ben Affleck had a pretty awesome Batman. But I thought it looked so cool because it looked so well done in the Batarang and his oh my goodness, I don't even know what they are. His, the hooks on his forearm, the belt. I think the lighting of it is so. I think it just looks amazing. Like, I don't even know what else I can say about it. And I'm really excited to read it. I'm gonna do more research about both of these and find out how much are before or after them, so I can get caught up and I can really, read through their whole story, because, I mean, just looking at these two, you wouldn't be able to tell me who the villain is, or what it's about, or if they could, I don't have the first clue what's inside them, but I can't wait. And maybe, actually, disclaimer, that's not the word, but you know what I mean? If you want me to open any of these comics and do them on camera, actually let me know, because I would love to, but I leave a comment, and that, obviously leave a comment of anything you want, but specifically if you want to see these opened and read on camera, let me know. I would love that, because I would do it my first time to get a real reaction. So, yeah, that is that. Let me get these out of the way real quick for our finale, our grand finale. That's not true, we got two more things. Okay. Well, I want to stop midway through and say thank you to everyone that stayed subscribed to me during my absence. It means the world. I tried so hard to come back and make more content. I tried so hard. Just too many things were preventing me. School is kicking me around, and I'm trying to box all week. I'm trying to have a normal life. I'm trying to, trying to be a kid. I'm not whatever. I'm trying to, have a life as well as academically do okay, but, it's okay. I'm back now. I'm gonna do my best to do maybe twice a week. I think that'd be cool. I don't know. We'll find out. But regardless, thank you to everyone. And if you want a video that you want, like you specifically, leave a comment on my discussion posts I don't want to be this guy. I'm not going to talk about it for the rest of the video because I think it's gross, but because I'm a broke college student and I like making ASMR because I want to be a therapist. And after college, I want to be a therapist. I love helping people. I love knowing that I did something to help someone, and that's why I'm doing ASMR. I'm just broke. Separately. I'm just broke. So I made a buy me a coffee and a Ko-fi. I don't know, but if you want a certain video, just let me know anywhere. If you don't have to do anything about those websites. They're just kind of there just in case. But I just want to. It means so much that every time I check back in on my channel, I still have the same amount of subscribers. And thank you. So enough of that. Let's get into the Lego. So how am I gonna do this? This thing is so fragile. It's crazy. Okay. Oh yeah, check out my anime tattoo. It's pretty cool, right? You can't see it, but I've got the Dragon Slayer from Berserk. Anyway, here she is. And by she, I mean General Grievous. Oh my goodness, this is not working. Okay, there we go. Isn't that pretty cool? So it's a mock Lego, which means it was made by someone not licensed by Lego. But I mean, it's pretty cool. I'm gonna adjust the camera so you can really see it. Just one sec. Okay, that should be better. But check this out. Isn't that cool? It's really accurate, honestly. His eyes look so cool. And he's got his tubes, his oxygen tubes, and all his niches here and there. Now this part was so challenging. It was crazy. It made me so angry. But I think it's pretty cool, and it's so fun to look at. I have it on my desk all the time. I think it looks awesome. I love it. It was only like $20 or $30 too, so super grateful that I found this. And I have it sat next to this guy. Hold on. This is a bonus, by the way. You're welcome. Next to my guts from Berserk in the Berserker armor. I got this at Comic-Con. I talk about it in my last video if you want to check it out, but it's pretty cool, right? Massive sword. Of course, it's gotta be. But I don't know if you can see, but let's see if I can refocus. The detail on it. Oh my goodness, it unfocused. I'm sorry, I'm not very good at this. The detail on him is just incredible. It looks amazing. But yeah, I've got those two next to each other at all times, of course. And let me readjust the camera one sec. Sorry about that. There was a guy in his car outside that was showing how cool he was. Anyway, unfortunately, everyone, that's all I have for today. you're either asleep or enjoying this. Again, thank you so much to everyone. Leave a comment, leave a like, subscribe, whatever you want. I don't, whatever you want. I understand. I might not be the most reliable right now, but I will be. I promise you. So if you want to check out any of the links or just check out my posts on my account, I have some polls for people for next video, or you can just tell me straight up whatever video you want. So thank you again to everyone. I hope you all sleep so good, and I hope you enjoyed my comics. Leave your thoughts, it's not a lighter, it's just a plasma lighter because I thought it looked cool. I don't like smoke or anything, but I thought it looked really cool, so I bought it. That's true, by the way. Isn't that cool? I don't smoke though, but I thought it looked really, really cool. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great night. I hope you sleep so good. And I will see you all in the next video, which will be coming soon. If anyone can help me out, tell me exactly what they